I say one of my favorite guys that I played with at Ohio State that got a lot of hate in the media was JT Barrett.
Yeah.
Right? JT Barrett was, in my personal opinion, an elite level quarterback that had some injuries that he had to battle. Like all athletes, you get setbacks at some point. At some point in time, you're gonna get a setback. Like it just comes with the territory. And some setbacks are a lot harder than others. But he is also the same guy that within those setbacks, I seen him endure. I seen him fight back. I seen him battle back. I seen him be the same guy on the same recovering knee during summer workouts, pushing the entire pace of the team. He's at the front of the pack and auto running.
Yeah.
As soon as he get through the line, you see him hurting, wincing. But guess what? This is summer workout. This is middle of summer. It's not like and he's a returning starter. It's not a question of what his position is.
Yes.
It's not a question of is he going to play? No, it's how many snaps is he going to get in this game? You know what I mean? So he's really solidified in his seat. But he was the same guy still every day. He there an hour before everybody. If we got 5 a.m., he gonna be there at 4. If we got 6 a.m.s, he's probably still gonna get there at 4:30, watch a little bit of film, get some treatment before we even get started for whatever the day may bring. Like he was one of those guys that for him it wasn't a choice.
Yeah.
And you could see it, you could feel it, you could smell it. And he was a great guy in general to be around off of the field.
Yeah, that's it, B. That's it. That's the leadership. This is what parents miss when we talk about our leadership program. It's not what you have to do, it's what you choose to do.
Yep.
When nobody else is doing it, I'm not concerned other guys aren't showing up. I know what I need to do as a leader because to whom much is given, much is required.
100%.
And if you don't require it of yourself, then you're missing the whole point of what elite is.
Yep.
Nobody's asking you to do this. Nobody's telling you you have to do this. You have decided, like we said, it's not a choice. Mm-hmm. I'm elite and I know what I have to do for other guys to understand how to elevate our program because people do what people see. I remember Darius talking about when he first went to Youngstown. He called me, "Hey, Dad, nobody else. Nobody else coming to the gym." I said, "And how does that change anything for you? Right? It doesn't change anything. Do what you are required to do for yourself, like you always have done, and it will trickle down to the other guys." And eventually, it did. Like it's not about what he's saying; it's about what he's doing.
Yep.
I'm inviting you guys, and I would keep inviting you. And when you don't come, I'm not upset. I'm just letting you know if I have some success, there's a reason. You know what I'm saying? And I want you to have the same success, but I can't choose that for you. You got to choose it for yourself.
Yep.
And that's what leadership is. Like I want it for you too, but you got to figure out as an individual that if you're going to be elite, this is no longer a choice.
100%. 100%.
Yeah, so that, like we said, the intentionality piece of understanding the difference, like how do I make a difference for myself and how do I bring the other people along with me? So I'll go back to Bianca sending Bianca to come to high school.
Yeah.
Her 8th grade year, again, we went and watched. They're 0-21. Did not win one game.
Ooh, okay.
One game. Now,
all right.
Let's talk about elite from the standpoint that others may not understand your purpose.
Yep.
They don't have the vision you have. Nobody had the vision that we had of her going and changing a program, not going somewhere where KR is already established, that CJ is already established. They're winning games.
Yeah.
So now you're just going to go fit into a program that has been winning.
Yep.
Can you go into a situation. Now, this is the eighth grader. Go into a situation and change that culture and that environment. That's a challenge.
True.
That's a challenge. And that's, you think about it, they go from 0-21 to her senior year winning 23 games.
Wow.
It's a process. Intentional growth is a process. It doesn't happen overnight.
Yeah.
It doesn't work that way.
I say something with this though, Pops. That process is very uncomfortable, but kudos to you as a parent because you were willing, and we're gonna say as a dad, because you was willing to put your baby girl. Because I'm not gonna lie, me and my baby girl, it's a little different. You know what I mean? Like, but you was willing to put your baby girl truly in uncomfortable positions, allow her to truly get forged in the fire, and because she asked for it.
Yeah.
You knew what came with it, and you knew for you, not only as a parent, but as a mentor, as that person that she looks at in a certain type of light that she'll never look at anybody else like. You knew you were gonna have to be tough with her. You were gonna have to have tough conversations that was gonna hurt her feelings, that was gonna make you the villain for maybe a short period of time or a long period of time until it clicked for her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and that's something that once again it goes back to parenting. A lot of parents aren't willing and or prepared to have the conversations and or apply the tough love that is needed and necessary for in order to allow their kid to truly have success in an area that they might not have never been themselves.
Yeah.
So that truly it starts at home, and that goes back to what you've done. You built and created that environment for Bianca to where it was later on down the road, we got tight games. Give me the ball.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about? Give me the ball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and it was one of those things too. You knew that she was forged enough and she had enough reps added to where when she asked for the ball, give her the damn ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do her thing. I got trust in it.
Yeah.
I'm going to let her take care of it. You know what I mean? So, and that's kudos to you. I'll say for me personally, I wasn't prepared for it, I'll say.
Yeah.
So I got forged in fire that I never even knew existed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I got forged in temperatures that I thought I knew what it was like to be in the kitchen when it was hot.
Right. Yeah.
No, it was something completely different, you know, and I had my time where it was like, and I'm sure Bianca had it, whereas, am I built for this?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Like truly, am I built for this?
Yeah.
And when me getting to college was the first time I had to really ask myself that question too. Like, am I truly built for this? Like, I might not be who I thought I was.
When did you know that you were? When did you figure out, like, you know what? I got this. I can do this. I got this. I can do this.
I'll tell you this. It took me all the way until spring ball of my freshman year.
Yeah.
Like even like after freshman camp, I ended up getting my black stripe off. I was one of few freshmen because my class, the 2015 class, they did not like us too much. However, it was understandable. We were a bunch of delinquents.
Yeah.
But we were great. We were dogs on the field, but some of us we were dogs off the field too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was like it was puppy. You know what I mean? Late to a workout, or you missed the class because you overslept, and some of us were a little bit more defined than others. It was what it was. You know what I mean? But however, on the field, we were gritty, we were hungry, we were nasty, and we didn't care.
Right.
So I was one of few guys in that class that had the opportunity to travel. Once again, be careful what you ask for. That was a goal of mine.
Right. Right.
But it was humbling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Riding that pine and college, I learned real quick. College games is a lot longer than high school games. So sitting in the coat and you sitting there, it was
game.
humbling, Pops. And then you look around and for me too, one of my first legit college game experiences was Virginia Tech, my freshman year, Braxton Miller's the spin move. I had never been in a true college atmosphere like that. Vautech is crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I knew going into Vautech, like Coach told me, be ready If he called my number, I was gonna be ready.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
And it took me until that spring ball for ball to click for me, but for mentally me to grow the hell up and be like, you know what, bro? It is what it is.
Yeah.
And I can say, and to athletes, they'll understand this. And you get to that point, especially in a practice or a workout, your legs burning, your lungs burning, you cramping. You're like, bro, I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
When you get to that point, you're like, know what? We gotta turn this, dog. Die.
Yeah.
Let's see what happened.
Yeah.
Let's see what happened.
Right.
When I had that moment, I'm like, all right, I got this.
Yeah.
I got this.
That's a good point. Good point. And again, when these parents talk about D1, I've talked to you, I've talked to Trav, I've talked to Darius. It's not what you think. It's so much more mental than it is physical, and that's why the transfer portal is so filled with people. My goal with my own was to constantly remind them of my love for them as my son and daughter, to constantly talk to them about why. Like the one thing Bianca made the statement the one time they hit me, she said, I can't get mad at Dad because he always talks to me afterwards. Like he explains it. Yep. I remember we were at a tournament. She's not working. I looked right at her. I said, you ain't no D1 athlete. Yes, I am. Went back on the floor and she played like a D1. But I challenged her on the thing and I told her, why do you think I said that to you?
Yep.
Because of what I'm capable of. Yes, because of what you're capable of. If you're not playing like a D1 athlete, I'm telling you, you ain't playing like no D1 athlete.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not sugarcoating this for you, but to explain to her, like, to play to your ability, the whole time you're on the floor is what is about being elite. When you go to the bench, that's when you rest. When you're on the floor, there is no rest.
Yep.
That's a different mindset to push through on that. So you're telling me, like, at practice where it started, I expect her to finish first in every sprint. Not every other sprint, every sprint.
Yep.
I expect you to win every drill. Why? Because that is the elite mindset you got to have. So when that moment comes and the ball's in your hand, there's a level of confidence that you got. People ain't even seen. They don't even understand why you're not afraid to take the shot or make the shot or miss the shot.
Yeah.
That's a different mindset that we're trying to teach these young men and women to understand. That's a skill set that you can develop.
100%.
That's a skill set. And this is what we're about. Like, at the end of the day, how can we help prepare you for those moments? And again, when we're training you, when we're working with you, why do we train our bodies so hard but forget to train our minds?
Because the body is a lot easier to train than the mind.
It is.
That mental is uncomfortable, because this is what I'll say: when you train in the body, you go to the gym, you tell yourself, I'm gonna work out for 2 hours. So already you prepared your body to, all right, we're about to grind for 2 hours. But your mental, when it comes to training your mental, once you start that journey, it ain't no stopping it until it's done.
It's 24/7.
It's over with at that point in time. Like once you make that commitment to yourself and your mental, it's on.